Hello, fellow wrestling fans. How are you? Here to know what happened on NXT for February the 27th, 2024. The show opened up with Carmelo Hayes in the ring with his own private security force. He waited for Dragunov to show up. The Rock starter came out. She's unfortunate Dragunov's not at the arena yet. So the contract signed him for the world title match next week at Roblox will take place later on in the evening. Carmelo Hayes says Dragunov better show up if he knows what's good for him. The opening match was Jordan versus Kaden James with Izzy Dame at ringside. Bell rang. Jordan was on fire. Arm drag takedown off the ropes. Sent Kaden James to the outside. Izzy picked her up. Jordan came off the ropes of a moonsault, knocked down both of them. Both of them started exchanging rapid fire forearm shots. Jordan won the exchange. They did a cartwheel into a forearm, smashed her right in the face. James needed the gut, spine buster. Jordan went to do a move off the ropes. Kaden James grabbed hold of the referee, distracted him so Izzy can pull Jordan off the ropes. Nasty fall. Jordan took to the outside. Then Izzy Dame rolled in the ring. And then Kaden James picked her up and delivered a deal breaker for the 1-2-3. Second match was Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson's debut match on NXT. They took on the team of Malachi and Doofus. Like I said on my Raw video, it was confusing because 1 minute they're showing that on commercial. The next minute was Chase University they were facing. Finally, we had some clarity. And Doofus Malachi delivered a double team drop kick to Carl Anderson. Picked him up. Double team running shoulder tackle him down. Carl Anderson got Doofus in the corner. Started delivering body shots. Spine buster him. Then tagged in Luke Gallows. Luke Gallows got in, cleaned house. Backed up Malachi in the corner. Just unloaded of body shots. Running an uppercut in the corner. Big boot him right in the face. Then Gallows and Anderson delivered Magic Killer on the other guy for the 1-2-3. After the match, Duke Hudson, Adrian Chase came out. They wanted to welcome Gallows and Anderson to NXT. They also wasn't appreciative that they got attacked last week from them from behind. Maybe Fraser and Axion came out with the same argument. Other tag team came out. LWO, the face team. Braun Breaker and Corbin was in attendance. And Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows realized, we're going to get our asses kicked here. They quickly took off out of the ring and got to the back before the other tag teams could get their hands on them. Next up was Roxanne Perez against Metaphor's Jackson with Last Legend ringside. Roxanne Perez, before the match, said she's pissed off again. Last Legend, this time, she's the one who got free title shot. It's not her fault. Last Legend's fault. It's Roxanne's fault. She was in the shower in the women's locker room when she found out with a free title shot handout. So technically, it's her own fault not being ready to be prepared for the opportunity. And her heel persona is she's sick and tired of people getting free title shots and all that. Then she wants free title shots, so it makes no sense, right? Roxanne went for a move off the ropes. Last Legend distracted her, allowed Jackson to deliver a 619, knocking Roxanne Perez off the ropes to the outside. And then Jackson started trash talking her. Roxanne answered back her forearm shots, clotheslines. Went for hot pox. Last Legend grabbed a hold of her to stop it. The referee saw that, sent her to the back. Roxanne Perez turned around. Jackson leveled her with a big boot to the face. Picked her up, started trash talking some more. And this was cool. She put Roxanne Perez's arms behind her and just applied a leg to the back of her. And I don't know what kind of submission hold it was, but that looked painful as hell. Then she started pulling on the hair with the submission. So the referee almost disqualified her for the hair pull. So as Jackson let go of it, Roxanne Perez flipped over. STF applied. Submission win. You win it, Roxanne Perez. After the match, she took off because Last Legend came running back out to ringside to get some of Roxanne. Next up was Dijak versus the lawyer, Luca. Bell rang. Dijak thought he had this match in the books, right? Luca started delivering chops, uppercuts, back and Dijak in the corner. Dijak was shocked, what the hell's going on? Because this guy, Hardy never wins no match in NXT. Hardy does anything, he's kicking my ass, right? Luca started running back-to-back uppercuts in the corner. The Dijak hit that discus, big boot, level Luca. And then went up the top rope, jumped off. Luca jumped up, uppercut him on the way down. Back body drop. Dijak started delivering chops. Clothesline. Go to sleep. Your winner, Dijak. After the match, Joe Gacy came out with the straight jacket on. They started brawling. They ended up brawling backstage. The Rock started to say, okay, you know what? Next week on Roadblock, you two are going to have a silent match. They didn't really classify what it was. Now, WWE did have one other assigned match. It was either in 2016 or 2017. I can't remember. I apologize. It was Chris Jericho versus Dean Ambrose. And what it was a steel cage filled with weapons. So maybe that's what this would be. Because the background for that match advertised for next week does show a steel cage in the background. So maybe that's what it's going to be. Basically, it's like TNA's version of Lockdown. Von Wagner took on Alexis King with Mr. Stone ringside for Von Wagner's corner. Alexis King before the match said, "You suck, you're no good." Well, big mistake. Von Wagner, big boot him right in the face to shut him up. Back-to-back clotheslines, tossed him halfway across the ring. Huge back body drop, huge overhead toss, just destroying Alexis King. Then he had King in the corner, he backed up, went to do a running knee in the corner. Alexis King moved out of the way, so Von Wagner's knee hit the turnbuckles. Alexis King targeted that knee, folks. Drop kicked it, smashed it onto the ring mat, smashed into the steel step, stomped on it, bent that thing sideways, made a wish with it, applied leg submissions after leg submissions. Von Wagner was screaming in pain. He finally kicked Alexis King off of him, only for Alexis King to hit a running clothesline from behind, apply the ankle lock submission. Stone jumped up the ring apron and caused a distraction, so Alexis King let go of the ankle lock, shoved Mr. Stone off the ring apron, went outside, started mouthing off to him. Von Wagner grabbed a hold of Alexis King, delivered 2 clotheslines in a row, but he was still, limping on because of the hurt knee. And that Alexis King delivered this 1-2-3, picked up the win. After the match, Mr. Stone ran in, started attacking Alexis King because he started attacking the leg again of Von Wagner. And then he delivered a swinging outbreaker on Mr. Stone and took off. Von Wagner was pissed off because his manager got hurt. What a match those two guys put on. Von Wagner has improved a lot recently on NXT. And I like this feud with him, Alexis King. Next up was Gingy versus Jada Parker. This match came about when The Rock's daughter went to go into her office to talk to Gingy, but giving her an opportunity at the NXT Women's Championship. Jada Parker was only in her office. She wants the same opportunity at a women's title shot. Rock's daughter was not happy that Jada was in her office without her permission, and she wasn't there. So she, you know what? Both of you go out, have a match. The winner will get an opportunity at the NXT Women's Championship down the road. Before the match, Jada Parker was approached by Grace backstage. Grace said, "Good luck in the match." Jada Parker grabbed a hold of her crown and broke it, so Grace was pissed off at that. And that comes into factor for the outcome of the match, which made no sense. It was not a great match. Gingy was great as a part of Toxic Extraction, but now she's just like a jobber. And Jada Parker and these two were not clicking at all. It was a dull, boring match. And Grace came out and helped Jada Parker pick up the win. So she's the one that broke your crown. You got pissed off about it. Then you helped to win the match. It makes no sense. Then after the match, Grace told Gingy, "Well, we all got to get along and all that." So, whatever. Your main event was for the Heritage Cup trophy. Noam Dar came out with Masu. Then Charlie Dempsey, Drew Gulak, Cap, and Bones came out. The bell rang, and we finally found out who was going to be facing Noam Dar as Charlie Dempsey, wearing Regal's son. Noam Dar has held this Heritage Cup trophy for 700 days. He's had multiple title runs with it. Round 1, they both size each other up, reversals, counter each other's moves. Then Charlie Dempsey delivered a German suplex into a pin and got the first pinfall, and Noam Dar was shocked. Second round, Dempsey delivered a knee to the back, applied an eye-hold submission. Noam Dar got out of that, so Charlie Dempsey suplexed him down, then went to commercial. Come back. Round 2 was over. We're on to round 3. Noam Dar started raining elbows down on Charlie Dempsey. Captain Grounder applied a leg hold submission. Then a transition that to an armbar submission. Then transition that into an ankle lock submission. Charlie Dempsey was getting frustrated. He finally got hold of the ropes for a rope break. The Noam Dar applied a leg hold submission again. The round ended. And Noam Dar sometimes, tries to do a cheap shot, right? Not this time. This time, Cap's the one that delivered the cheap shot to Noam Dar. So that was cool. Round 4, the bell rang. Noam Dar hit a running forearm, stunned Charlie Dempsey. Running kick to the face, stunned him again. Then the running punch for the 1-2-3 for the quick win for the round, tied it up. Round 5, back and forth action, going back and forth. Suddenly, Drew Gulak jumped up with the ring apron. Cap jumped up with the ring apron. The referee was distracted by both of them. Masu tried to help out, and Bones sent him face first to the ring post. As the referee told Cap and Gulak get, off the ring apron, I'll disqualify Dempsey. Noam Dar took a cheap shot to Gulak, knocked him off the ring apron, turned around, and Charlie Dempsey delivered a German suplex into the pin. For the 1-2-3, we have new Heritage Cup champion. It's Charlie Dempsey. That's a big, huge moment for him in NXT. Technically, that's his first ever, a title win, right? But we all know Noam Dar is going to get that Heritage Cup trophy back. I'd actually like to see Charlie Dempsey keep it for a while, defend against newcomers and that. What a match they put on. Great way to end the show match-wise. The NXT ended with Carmelo Hayes coming back out with his private security force. Dragunov finally showed up. He walked out. And Dragunov said, I don't like what you did to Trick. I have respect for Trick. I lost all my respect for you. Carmelo Hayes like, I don't give a damn if you respect me or not. I want a title match against you next week at Roadblock. Suddenly, Tony the Don came out. Everybody was shocked about this, even the Rock's daughter. He got in the ring, grabbed hold of the microphone. Then he went like this. He snapped his fingers. Hey, boys, you can take the rest of the night off. Carmelo Hayes' old private security force got paid off by Tony, and they walked away. Tony said, see, money talks. Carmelo Hayes was kind of shocked at what happened. Then he looked over at Dragunov, like, I got respect for you as world champion. I got no respect for that punk behind me. He said, how about this? How about you want to face someone new for a change? He says, so how about this? How about next week, I take your place in the match against Carmelo Hayes. I beat Carmelo Hayes. I get to face you at Stand and Deliver for the World Championship. Dragunov's like, you know what? I respect you coming up, saying I want to earn my opportunities. So, yeah, you can have my spot in the match. So, it's going to be Carmelo Hayes versus Tony next week. The winner of that match will face Dragunov at Stand and Deliver for the NXT World Championship. So, I bet you anything Trick Williams is going to show up next week and attack Carmelo Hayes and cost him the match. And I love what Dragunov said before the show ended. He said, just do me one favor, Tony. Whoop that Trick. That was cool. Then Carmelo Hayes went a cheap shot. Tony stopped him and went backed up to hit a punch. He hit Dragunov by mistake. That allowed Carmelo Hayes to put him through the table to end the show. Some segments quickly happened. Uma Fima asked The Rock's daughter who's next in line to face him for the North America Championship. She said there's a lot of people in the locker room that wants the opportunity. Guess who stepped up for it? Jensen Brooks. And Uma Fima said, you sure you want to face me? Jensen Brooks like, I took it to Josh Briggs last week, man. Briggs said I got to be more aggressive. I got to start fighting more. I got to start picking my battles, he said. So, yeah, I want a title shot against you. Uma Fima says, okay, it's going to be your funeral, basically. So, we're not 100% sure that match is happening next week, a Roadblock or not, because it wasn't shown. Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin backstage talk about defending the NXT Tag Team Championships next week against Chase University. When Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows walked up and said that whoever wins, we're coming after those titles. And they also, Corbin says, so how does it feel? He said, being up on the main roster and being brought down to NXT. And Luke Gallows coming in and like, ain't that what happened to you? So that was a funny segment right there. And like Corbin's face, like, just explained, like, yeah, you're right. Braun said, hey, don't mess with my boy. That was cool. Ollie Valkyrie came out the ring with Taxi Pexi. She said, I got a surprise for you. It's not what you think. We're gonna be a tag team now from now on, but that's just it. And Taxi Pex's like, okay, I can handle that being a tag team. Then she went in for a smooch, and Ollie Valkyrie was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She said, next week, I got us a women's title match against Asuka and Kairi Sane. Taxi Pexi jumped in her arms. Ollie Valkyrie, pushed her off, said, hey, well, we're just partners. Then they shook on it. So again, Shayna Baszler, Zoe Starks is getting screwed over the women's tag team title match. I like that story, and I hope it leads to something. So next week is NXT's Roadblock. They announced that Ollie Valkyrie and Taxi Pexi taking on Asuka and Kairi Sane of Damage Control for the women's tag team championships. Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin defend their tag team championships against Duke Hudson, Adrian Chase of Chase University. Also announced Camille Hayes versus Tony the Dawn in a number one contenders match, where the winner faces Dragunov and Stand Deliver. Dijak versus Joe Gacy in a side match, was a still says going to be a steel cage of weapons. We may have Uma Thema versus Jensen Brooks for the North American Championship, even though that match has been advertised, but they were talking about it. There we have it, folks. Also, right quickly, Thea Hill approached Jace Jade backstage right quickly and said, I didn't appreciate you trying to get me to help you win the match last week. And she didn't like how Jasmine helped her win. And JC J's like, are you still going to be a loser with Chase University, or are you going to be a new, different Thea Hill? And she basically named it. She wants to reform Toxic Attraction, and she wants these three women to be that stable. Her and Jasmine walked off, and Thea Hill's like, well, I don't want to be a loser with Chase University, but at the same time, she don't like to cheat to win. So I'm curious where that's going to go in the storyline. There you have it, folks. Stay safe, everybody. Too sweet, bye.